So, if there's one thing I've learned is that if you're in a really nasty divorce, the first thing your attorney needs to do is they need to file something with the court. If you've been financially abused, physically abused, in any way, there needs to be a motion. Otherwise, nothing's documented, which is in my case. So in my last video, I talked about the fact that I signed a really bad alimony and child support deal, which for women, that's, pretty much the only negotiating power we have. And I didn't even negotiate. I just wanted out. And I want to just walk away with $30,000 of credit card debt, no, stability, and at that time, no money. He was supposed to give me, at that time, the deal that I signed was $3,000 a month, which is a lot less than I should be getting, based on his pay. And child support was like $255 a week, which is half of what I was supposed to get. But I was so done by then, and I just wanted to be myself. And I just wanted him out of the house. And I wanted to be divorced too quickly, and I gave in. But I had bad lawyers also. So for the fact that I couldn't find the right people to represent me, to now understand when people say, my lawyer didn't advocate for me, I understand really what they mean. It means you were cheated out of stuff. But for me, I was cheated out of a lot of things. But it didn't end there. I thought, okay, I signed this. Everything is going to be split 50-50. Well, it depends. If you're in a state like California, if you're in a community state, everything is split 50-50. However, I didn't know that in New Jersey and equitable states, things are not split 50-50. They can be split however, either you decide to split them up, if you decide it's going to be 50-50, or if the judge finds someone in bad faith. And I didn't know that existed. I couldn't understand why after 2-3 years he wouldn't divorce me, and why he wouldn't move on. I thought the hardest part was over, but no. I made it easier for him when I signed the alimony and child support deal, especially in an equitable state. So equitable state means the judge can award one person 80%, 70% of all assets. The judge can force you to sell your house if you have no money. You think of the law, you think of the judge, and you think of fairness. And you think of all those articles that you read on these lawyer sites about rules and laws. And really, they don't always apply. Judges are human beings. They're overworked. They have 500-700 cases per judge. And a lot of them forget what they're supposed to do. And so they make bad judgment calls. And, like for me, I got hit this week, I have to tell you. And I thought I was paralyzed. I thought I was going to have a heart attack. So I signed a bad alimony deal. And going back to my story of how I got here, the lawyer lied to me and said, if you sign this, you'll be divorced tomorrow. Divorce doesn't happen that quickly. If you're in a non-contentious divorce, if you're in an amicable divorce or a regular one, it takes about a year. But if you're in a nasty one like mine, it can take years. And I know someone, it can go up to 7-8 years. Like I've talked to people, and it gets really bad. It can get very, very bad. And I was in La La Land, I think, when I first started, thinking it was going to be a year, thinking if I signed a really bad deal and just walk away, that would be it. But no. So then my lawyer lied to me. It wasn't easy, credits and debits. And she told me I had to go back to mediation to mediate with him. Like, how, can he be reasonable mediating when he lived here? He made $174,000 and he cut off his own kids. He didn't support them. And he was able to keep all the money to himself. So he did everything that you're not supposed to do, and he got away with it. Because quite frankly, there's a lot of lawyers out there, they just want to take our money. They all know each other. They all talk to each other. And, they're not out to fight with each other. They're just there to take our money, and they know that. And so I went to mediation 3 times. And the last time I argued with this lawyer, like, it's a waste of time. If I'm ordered to go, I'm gonna go by myself. And they were like, no, we're representing you, so we have to go with you. And they went and they sat there and they did nothing. And it was crazy. Like, the last mediation session, he was arguing about points on my credit card, which he didn't even pay my credit card. I was $30,000 in debt. I was a stay-at-home mom. I had no money in the bank. And he knew my lawyer wasn't doing anything for me. And instead of paying what he should be paying, which was $4,000 a month at that time, he gave me $540 for the month. How was I supposed to live on $540 a month? And then he continued that behavior in November and December of underpaying me. I was barely hanging on. So, that lawyer really screwed me. All of those lawyers really screwed me big time, and I paid them. But that's what they do. They use people. That's what divorce lawyers are. That's what they do. So just be careful who you pick. Even if your friends referred them, if you're in a very highly contentious divorce that's very bitter, and you know that person's going to be really nasty and unreasonable, be careful who you pick. More on my next video.